welcome to the Saturday edition of the Box Seat. I'm Adam McGrath and joined by Mark Olmos. Mark, 8 races to take a look at. Fighting the weather again here in Perth, but someone didn't mind it on Wednesday, and that was Jarodnowski.
Absolutely, had a day out, but this Saturday we're in for some good racing and looking forward to seeing Thunderclap Newman in the wet again. Yeah,
there certainly are some horses that will enjoy these type of conditions, and we will go through that. Let's take a look at the conditions that we are going to be faced with. Firstly, the immovable rail is at an inside position. That has suited horses that have been able to run on in recent times as well, so looking forward to see if that is the case. Do keep an eye out just on Chris and the RAWA website, because the conditions may change, as will the track rating. We are still expecting a little bit of rain on Saturday, as has been the case for a bit of the time now in winter here in Perth. Let's get straight into race number 1. It is our Out Maiden over the 1200 metres, and it must be said, it's a pretty weak maiden.
Yeah, it's a little bit different, the programming of the racing this time of the year. They've thrown in this $30,000 maiden. Great for the connections of these horses who get a crack at some decent prize money. But let's have a look at the replay of last start runner-up FOXINATOR.
With oranges right around the outside from Bush Trackers. They balance up now inside the final 400 metres, and it's outstretched just in front. Colour Me Crazy gets the run. Knuckle Down's going on with it. Count Carla the outside, and also gaining a run towards the centre there is FOXINATOR inside the 200. Here's a go. Knuckle Down in front. Outstretched FOXINATOR. Count Carla there trying hard to get it. Knuckle Down in front. FOXINATOR driving late. They hit the line tight. Very tight.
There's a good run there again by FOXINATOR. Continues to be consistent. It's finished second in 4 of its past 5 runs. You take a look at its career stats, 15 starts for 5 seconds as well. But there's a few things you can't like about this run. Barrier 17 obviously is the biggest one that stands out. And some of the form lines I think are just a bit questionable. Even the second 4 starts that go behind Scanda Vista. We talked about that Galloper's form lines at Belmont Park on Wednesday, and they're just not strong enough. So I think this a horse in a very weak field will certainly be playing a part in the top 4, but I'm just not sure from that wide gate if it's going to be able to win.
Through those form lines with Scanda Vista, she can Shazam as well. Not that she came out and failed on Wednesday, but something definitely wasn't right with her and finished a tailed off last and didn't go in the heavy conditions. But we've also got in this race number 13, Miss Iconic with the blinkers off from the Simon Miller yard. Peter Nucky rides. Recent trial was good in the soft going, but look, this is anyone's race.
Yeah, she's still not the strongest mare, is she? You take a look at her career stats of 4 starts, and 2 placings, beaten as a $1.55 favourite, a $2.50 favourite, $3.20 and $5 as well. So punters certainly did get frustrated with her, but I still think she's just got that extra step on these gallopers. She comes from a good stable. There has obviously been the hype about her with jumping as a $1.55 favourite. The recent trial was good as well, winning by a length. Blinkers are off, so I think they've understand how they have to ride this galloper. And from barrier 4, I think there's a lot of positives. I think she's probably the safest way to bet in this race.
The other key form line, Adam, in this race is the serious prospect form lines. Now, we've got number 2, War God, and number 6, CAYMAN Bound. Both come out of that race. They were both pretty well held. I guess War God probably has the most upside out of those 2.
Yeah, it probably does. So you've got 2 very good jockeys on board in Paul Harvey and William Pike, which is certainly the key to realise, well, when you're taking a look at these. Barrier 1 for War God, barrier 7 for CAYMAN Bound. The thing with War God, I guess, it's had 15 starts and only placed on 3 occasions. At least CAYMAN Bound has had the 2 starts, has finished second last campaign in good form lines as well behind Just Act Natural. Last start was a little bit disappointing, but I think the second run now will certainly improve. But very hard to be, as I said, very bullish or confident about these type of gallopers. Both are in my numbers though, but I'm going to tip number 13, Miss Iconic, from number 2, War God, 6, CAYMAN Bound, and 1, FOXINATOR.
Yeah, it's one of those races where you have a bet on a few. I've got the 13 on top as well, Miss Iconic, from the 5, Outstretch, number 4, Faulty, and 14, Meritocracy.
Race number 2 at Belmont Park. It is over the 1,000 metres, and some familiar horses going against each other here. Dainty, TESS, Sweet Aura, Next Generation we've seen a couple of times as well, and then we're adding in some unknowns.
There certainly is a sense of deja vu about this race, but you can't knock those horses, the top 3 there. They're all in outstanding form. Let's have a look at Dainty TESS, just getting nosed out by the Celt last start.
And a half to Sweet Aura, looking for the way clear. Triple Event coming to the outside ahead of Invincible Mode and Double Light. 300 left to go. And Badge of Courage on the inside, tackled by Dainty TESS and the Celt. Sweet Aura getting up near the fence. Dainty TESS draws level, going to the 100-metre mark on the outside of Badge of Courage, the Celt. Sweet Aura getting home now along the inside. Dainty TESS, Sweet Aura coming with the Celt. They went to the line, I think, in the middle. Dainty TESS.
Good performance again by Dainty TESS. That just goes without saying with this mare. She just always puts in. She's an honest type of the 3-year-old filly by Warchant, and you know what you're going to get. You tick a lot of boxes with her, which is the big bonus. Now, Jordan Turner was interviewed after the race for not riding out his mount completely. He put forward his case and was passed and all cleared there as well. He keeps it right here. Obviously, now he's only riding with 1.5 kilos instead of 2, so that means that she does go up in the weights a little bit, and Sweet Aura actually meets a half a kilo better for barely anything between the run as well. I just think with the way the conditions are going to be, horses are going to be able to run on this occasion. And then you look at the soft form of Sweet Aura as well, 2 from 2. I'm actually leaning towards Sweet Aura to beat Dainty Tess and probably to be one of the better bets of the day.
As am I, Adam. I'm with you there 100%, but Dainty Tess, you just can't knock her. One thing I will say about that last run, the Celt was 3 wide the whole way and chasing, whereas Dainty Tess, as she does, just rolling up on speed. She was still an excellent performance and was worse at the weights on that occasion, but you just wonder, she's been up a very long time now, but she's very tough, as we know. Just interesting to see how she goes on Saturday here. We've also got, as you mentioned, Sweet Aura out, and that was a super run coming up the inside, but the soft track will suit. Number 2, Next Generation from the Neville Parnham yard. We saw it win in tough conditions a little while back on the 21st of May at the nice odds of $18, which we managed to find our viewers on that day.
Yeah, 3 starts ago, you were pretty confident that day and just swam through the conditions at the end and attacked the line strongly again. I think those conditions are going to suit again. Drops from the 1200 2 starts ago, now had the 2 runs at the 1000 again. I think it ticks a lot of boxes from barrier 1. Just to be able to sit behind them nicely, peel out at that inside position and run on strongly. So again, I think it has to be one of the leading chances in this race. But as I said, I think number 3, Sweet Aura, is one of the best, if not the best of the day. From number 1, Dainty Tess, 2, Next Generation, and number 6, Magic Opus.
I've got the 3 on top as well, Adam. Sweet Aura from the 1, Dainty Tess. Again, put her in for second. From the 6, Magic Opus to run a nice race, and 2, Next Generation.
Race number 3 at Belmont Park. It is over the 1400 metres. I'm really looking forward to this race of the 3-year-olds because I think there's some nice types. Nightwatchman showed some positive signs last start. Dusty Storm has been honest, as has its stablemate Rich Red. And then just the new ones coming in. Get Over It on debut was very good. One Short and Parading also taking a nice step forward.
Yeah, Parading breaking through at maiden status last start. I think we'll go on from there. But we've got number 1, Nightwatchman, who was an impressive winner last start.
But as they turn into the home straight, Rich Red still a length clear from on the outside. Aaron there, Nightwatchman. The Gangbusters just struggling for the moment behind those. Down by the 200 though, and Nightwatchman races up on the outside to stick his nose in front. It's Nightwatchman ahead clear. Rich Red is trying to rally, fighting back. Nightwatchman hard ridden from Rich Red. Magic Las Vegas, but Nightwatchman's in front, and it's Nightwatchman.
Strong performance there by Nightwatchman, able to turn the tables on Rich Red, and from the previous 2 runs, it was pretty hard to see how it was going to do that, but just good to see this horse back in some form. Yeah,
it was in better at the weights, and another one that gets in better at the weights here is number 4, Get Over It, which is why I shied away from putting the 1 Nightwatchman on top. I just think carrying 57 kilos, giving a couple of handy ones a little bit of weight here. I mean, it's only 1 kilo to Get Over It, but that was an impressive win last start, and they're heading towards the Guineas. Well, hopefully heading towards the Guineas with this galloper.
Love the trial of this horse. Remember putting it on top of it, not betting on it because it was $3.80. Drifted out to $8 and paid $3 to place. I couldn't believe the price at the time. And what I liked about the run was on debut, Sean McGrady was forced to go a lot earlier than he would have liked and was still able to show that turn of foot and keep fighting off some nice types, especially that Enchanted Dream, which looks to be a very nice horse. Now you step up to the 1400 with that experience, again on a soft track. Then you see Sean McGrady hop off 1 Short, which I think we both have a pretty good opinion of as well. Very good signs here for number 4, Get Over It.
Number 2 and 3, the stable mates from the Paul Jordan yard, Dusty Storm and Rich Red. Dusty Storm's opened up a big price of $17. It will lead and it will give a good sight for a long way. Rich Red, the other runner for Paul Jordan, Craig Staples rides, was a good run behind Nightwatchman again, and the 2 wins prior were excellent.
The prior wins were very good, as you mentioned. My concern for both these gallopers is I don't think you're going to want to be on speed on Saturday. It will be interesting to see how it goes. I'm not surprised that Dusty Storm's at a price. It's just one of these horses that nobody's going to give credit to, and for some reason it is one of those gallopers, as I said, continues to go out at prices 1, 2 of its past 3, but nobody really analyses that and seems to give the horse the credit that it deserves. Gets Aaron Mitchell on board, so just the 56 kilos there. Rich Red meets Nightwatchman 2 kilos better, so I think it can turn the tables, but I'm going to go with number 4, Get Over It. From number 3, Rich Red, 1 Nightwatchman and 5 1 Short.
Yes, we've got the 4 on top as well, Adam. Get Over It. From the 5 1 Short, number 1 Nightwatchman, and the 3 Rich Red.
Race number 4 at Belmont Park. It's over the 1,000 metres. An intriguing race here. I think Jimmy Taylor plays a strong hand after scratching Duendas from Wednesday and waiting for this race. But there's some experienced campaigners in this race. Stable Secrets had the 22 starts. Sharia Moore's had 38 as well. So it is definitely going to be a well-balanced race.
Yeah, the couple of Jed Dresco runners in there after having a sensational day on Wednesday. But we'll have a look at the recent trial of Duendas, who won it in nice time on soft ground.
It is Duendas. 1 away, trying to get to the outside now is Stormy Grace, and back on the inside coming through is Push and Shapes, who's travelling really well and flying force to the outside from Ripper Red. 200 to go, and Duendas in front. The outside put under pressure, Weekend Shadow. Stormy Grace is about to smother those 2 leaders, and just behind them travelling is Push and Shapes. Stormy Grace after Duendas. Duendas in front of Stormy Grace, and just...
The trial there was really good by Juwendis, as you said. It wasn't asked to do a lot and just kicked away, and was an impressive performance, winning by a half head over Stormy Grace. But it's the form lines that I really like. Beat Ragnar Saga, beat Allura May, finished just behind Desi's Dream and behind Vega Magic as well. Has then just had a bit of a spell, a bit of a break just to freshen up. Drops from the 1200 to the 1000 from the last time we've seen. Then scratched from Wednesday for the Saturday race. Gets the senior jockey on board with 55 kilos. I think this horse just ticks a lot of the boxes.
Yeah, looking forward to see how it goes here at Belmont. Still hasn't won at Belmont, which is a little bit of concern. Also, whether they go forward or back. We've seen it's won from back and from on the speed as well. So interesting to see from barrier 8 how they play it, especially as you say, Adam, if it is a day to run on, they might want to go back and take a sit, let the others do the donkey work in front. We've also got, as we mentioned, the G. Dresco pair, Peter and Matthew, had a great day at Belmont on Wednesday. They've got the swimmer here in number 4, Pop Hero.
Yeah, it's good to see two stables with two runners here, because I really like travelling as well for Jim Taylor's Yard. I think we'll get through well. But you mentioned the G. Dresco stable, a very nice Wednesday. And as we know with racing, when a stable's in form, you have to continue to follow. Now, Pop Hero, as you mentioned, loves the soft track. 6 attempts, 3 victories and a third. The best thing here is dropping back to the 1,000 metres. Take a look at the runs this campaign. Beat Castle Retreat and was in just behind Bangalore as well. The 1,200 metres, the horse can definitely get it, but needs absolutely everything to go right. Again, the Giadresco has been patient and waited for a gate. They've got barrier 5 here. Jared Noski takes the ride, so Jason Whiting elected to go with Ruby Can Run. Maybe you read into that a little bit as well, but I really think this horse can play a part in the race. And Discord Witch is another that I've got a good opinion of. Beat Jess Patton by 3 lengths last campaign. Form lines around She-Wolves all as well as good. Barrier 9, William Pike on board. I think it's certainly a chance, but I'm going to go with number 9, Juwendis, and the stable made in for second, number 5, Travellin, from 2, Sharia Moore, and 6, Trevigo.
Yeah, number 9 on top for me too, Adam. Juwendis from the 4, Pop Hero, number 3, Discord Witch, and the 6, Stravigo.